Hello students. Today we will talk about the second form of business organization. First form we have already done, that was about sole proprietorship. Today we will be talking about the second form of business organization, and that is joint Hindu family business. Right. Now here we will discuss about the content of meaning of joint Hindu family business, its features, its merit and its limitations. Right. Now as from the pictures you can see, the joint Hindu family business basically means what? Means a kind of business which is run by the whole family, right? Or which is run by a joint family members, right? Now let's discuss about the joint Hindu family business, the second form of business organization. Now as you can see in the video, the joint Hindu family business, hey, it basically means a specific form of business organization which is only found in India. This is first thing you all need to understand, that ये joint Hindu family business जो होता है ये सिर्फ इंडिया में ही फाउंड होता है. It is not founded in any another country. Right. Now when we talk about joint Hindu family business, there are certain specific features of joint Hindu family business or which define it also. Now it is basically a oldest form of business organization in our country. हमारी कंट्री में जो सबसे पुराना फॉर्म था बिजनेस करने का, that is joint Hindu family business only. So that is the reason we say it is an oldest form of business organization, which is specifically formed also and which is specifically founded also in India. It means you will not find joint Hindu family kind of business outside the India. ये सिर्फ इंडिया में ही यूज होते हैं. ये सबसे पुराना फॉर्म है बिजनेस करने का, and this is basically governed by Hindu law. HUF we called it. So it is basically Hindu undivided family. So it is governed by Hindu law, right? It means all the rule regulations related with joint Hindu family business are made under the Hindu laws, right? Now because it is governed by Hindu law, the basis of membership here in the business is by birth only, or by belonging to a particular family, right? Or you can say 3 successive generations, right? It means इस business का member कौन कौन हो सकता है, who can be found or who can be in a member of joint Hindu family business? The person who is in birth of that family whose business is running on, by birth से ही membership उसको मिल जाती है. Or we can say 3 successive generations can be the member of this family business, right? So if a child take birth or if they have their own business, by the birth only he got the membership in joint Hindu family business. Now joint Hindu family business is controlled by Karta. And who is Karta? Karta is basically the eldest member of the family. It means family का जो सबसे eldest member होता है Karta, he was the one who controlled the joint Hindu family business. He was the one who handled the joint Hindu family business. So that is the reason we say that the joint Hindu family business, Karta play a very important role here. Right. Now we can define this also, that the business is controlled by head of the family, and this head of the family is the eldest member, which is also going to be called as Karta. All members have equal ownership right here. It means all the other family members, those who are there in the joint Hindu family business, they all have equal right, equal ownership right into their property of ancestor, and because of this they are also known as co-parsons. COPARCENERS. So this is what you need to remember here, children, that when we talk about joint Hindu family business, it's basically founded only in India. That is first thing. The second thing is it is the oldest form of business organization in India, and which is governed by Hindu law. And how the people get the membership into joint Hindu family business? They got the membership by birth only, right? It means कि if I have a business, अगर मेरा business है किसी और का business है, तो उस family में birth से ही जितने भी बच्चे होंगे उनको उस family में membership मिल जाएगी business की. Or 3 successive generation can be the member of joint Hindu family business. Joint Hindu family business completely control होता है कर्ता के साथ में, and Karta is the eldest member of the family, or it is governed by Hindu law. This is very important, right? So this was all about joint Hindu family business definitions, meaning. Let's see about the other thing of joint Hindu family business. Now when we talk about joint Hindu family business, it is equal ownership or on business. That basically say that all the member of a joint Hindu family business has equally right on the property of the ancestor. They have equally right on the business, right? Next, let's discuss about features of joint Hindu family business. So as the heading is given here, there are main 5 feature into joint Hindu family business के 5 features होते हैं. The first is your formations. Important features we will be discussing here. Then we will discuss about how the liabilities, it means members की liabilities कितनी होती हैं. Then we will discuss about controlling power, and then we will discuss about the continuity of joint Hindu family business, and the last is minor member. It means what kind of rights or what kind of issues are there with the minor member of a joint Hindu family business. Now let's discuss about the feature in brief. So the first feature of joint Hindu family business is about the formation. Now when we talk about formation, it means we are talking about starting point, right? It means according to joint Hindu business, Hindu laws में कैसे start होता है. So the formation of joint Hindu family business is very easy. Why? Because it required only 2 members. At least 2 members are required and 1 ancestor property is required. राइट, इट मीन्स कम से कम 2 मेंबर होने चाहिए फैमिली में जो कि बिजनेस को स्टार्ट कर सके और उनकी एंसेस्टर की प्रॉपर्टीज होनी चाहिए. सो इफ एटलीस्ट 2 मेंबर्स आर देयर, दे हैव द एंसेस्टर प्रॉपर्टी, एनीवन कैन स्टार्ट द बिजनेस. So that is the reason we say the formation of this business is very easy also. And the next thing is it is governed by Hindu Successive Act 1956. This is very important point, children, which you need to remember, that the business does not, joint Hindu business does not require any agreement as membership is by birth. Like we have another form of business organizations, especially the partnership, where the member need to put a written agreement with each other. But in case of joint Hindu family business, the formation is easy because the member does not require any signatures, any kind of agreement, because all the person, those who are in birth in that particular family, are called as member of that family. And this is basically governed by Hindu Succession Act, which is called as 1956 also. Right. Now the first feature of that is formation. Now let's talk about the second feature of joint Hindu family business, and that is about liability. Right, liability we have discussed this earlier also, but in when we are at comparing liability in concept with the joint Hindu family business, karta is the one who have unlimited liabilities and all the other member of a business has limited liabilities. Right, so what do you mean by unlimited liabilities? Because karta is the eldest member of a family, he was the main who used to make the decision, right? He asks, he suggests the decision, he take considered the other opinion also of the member, but the eldest member is the main owner of the organization or joint Hindu family business, and just because of this he is the one who has unlimited liabilities. Right, now the other members who are called as co-parisons have a limited liability in case of joint Hindu family business. Now the next feature is about control. Now when we talk about the control, the controlling power of or the control of a family business lies with karta. Why? Because he take all the decisions of a business, right? So full control is with the karta, and that is the only reason that because he was the one who's taking all the decision of the business, his liability is unlimited, right? So just because of the eldest member, the karta was the one who is having the full decision power over there and who control the business. The next is continuity. The continuity feature of joint Hindu family business say that it continue after death of karta also, right? And the oldest member become karta and business continue. Now this is a very important feature here, and this feature is basically saying that once the karta is not in a position of continuing the business or continuing the family business in future, so what will happen? The business will still continue. It is not that the business will shut down as it happened in the first form of business organization, sole proprietorship. जैसे कि sole proprietorship में होता था that in case owner is not capable of running the business, he need to shut down the business, right? Which is the main disadvantage of SP here. But in case of joint Hindu family business, the advantage here is in case the karta is not able to continue the business, even after his death also, the other oldest member of the family can continue the business, right? And the business will not shut down. Okay. So this is a very important features here, that the business continue even after the death of karta also, because the next eldest member will take over the position of karta. Now the next features say here is about minor member. The minor member basically means whose age is below 18, right? Now as in the definition we have heard, we have learned here that from the birth only they got the membership of a business, right? So even a minor is allowed it by the birth only can become the member of a family business, which is not allowed in case of other form of business organizations. So joint Hindu family business is a business which include the membership from the birth only, no matter what is the age of that person. So this is another feature in the joint Hindu family business, that even the minor members are also allowed it there. Now this was all about the features of joint Hindu family business. Then we will talk about the merit advantage of joint Hindu family business. Now let's see the advantage here. The first advantage joint Hindu family form of business organization is giving is that effective control is there. The second is it continue business existence, limited liability of members, and increased loyalty and cooperations. So these are the 4 advantage joint Hindu form business organization has. Let's discuss about the first one, that is effective control. Now when we talk about effective control, it say that karta has absolute decision making authority. No interference of member lead to quick and flexible decision. This is basically saying here that because karta is the one who has the complete power of taking the whole decision, right, in joint Hindu family business. So this avoid the conflicts among member also, as no one can interfere, कोई इसमें interfere नहीं कर सकता है. And by this what happened, the decision which are taken, that is taken quickly and flexibly also, because there is one person only who is taking decision for the business. So quickly the decision can be taken, there is no interference over there, and the flexibility of decision is always over there. So the first advantage it is giving is the control is effective here. The next advantage in joint Hindu family business is about the continued business existence. This we have done in feature also, children, that no matter the karta, if the karta die, the business will continue. So business will continue even after the death of karta also. And how? Because the next eldest family member will become the karta there, right? So here we have an advantage here, that there is no chances of termination of business. We can't think that if karta will die, our business is closed. It's not going to like this, because if karta die, the another eldest member of the family will become karta and your business will continue. Now the next advantage say about the limited liability of member. Now here in the feature we have discussed that because karta is the one who is taking all the decision there. So what happened? Only the karta has unlimited liability in the business, but other member have limited liabilities. So liability of member is what happened, well defined here before only. Everybody in the family member is knowing that what liability they have, because karta who is the one who is taking all the decision of the business, he has unlimited liabilities, and other members, they are not interfering much in the business, they can't take more decision of the business, that's why they have the limited liabilities. Now the next advantage here is increase loyalty and operations. It's very easy, like because how the loyalty is more there and the operations are more loyally done, effectively done here, because business कौन run कर रहा है, family members run कर रहे हैं, and they all know that in case they will be more honest, they will be more hardworking, the business will work more smoothly. In case they are going to be dishonest, they are not going to work hardly, the business will suffer losses, and this profit and loss both are going to come in family only. So there is always a chance, there is always the member have more loyalty here in the this kind of business. They are more loyal, they are more hardworking, because they want growth of their business. Now this was all about the advantage of joint Hindu family business. In the next we will be talking about the limitation or certain disadvantage also of joint Hindu family business. Now as you can see from here, the first is limited resources. This is the first disadvantage we are having, that the resources which are available in the joint Hindu family business are that is limited, and the reason is that only one family member resources we are using. Second is unlimited liability of a कर्ता, right? कर्ता की liabilities कैसी होती है इसमें? Unlimited होती है. In case he is not able to pay out the debt, even his personal assets need to be sold. Third is dominance of कर्ता. Sometime because all the decision are कर्ता is the one who is the head of the family, who is the eldest member of the business. Sometimes he or she does not listen to the another family member or dominate them. And fourth is limited managerial skills. Now let's discuss all these points in deeply. So the first point of demerit is limited resources. Limited resources basically say that because in the joint Hindu family business we face the problem of limited capital. Limited resources, we are talking about limited capital. Why? Because we are completely depending on the property of our ancestor. ये business कैसे start हो रहा है? Ancestor की property से start हो रहा है. So what is happening here? The scope of expansion is limited here. If anyone have a bigger ancestral property, the ancestral property is in a large manner, they have more scope. But if somebody have it in a smaller manner, the scope is reduced. The second is unlimited liabilities. This is the another disadvantage of joint Hindu family business, that because कर्ता is responsible for all business activities, and even in case there is any debt arise which he is not able to pay from the business, his personal property can also be sold in case it is required. So this unlimited liabilities become a disadvantage for the कर्ता here. The third is dominance of कर्ता. Now dominance of कर्ता basically say because कर्ता is the one who is responsible for all business activities here, right? And even his personal property may be used for paying the debts of business also. So what basically happened here? Sometime the कर्ता need to dominate the other family member, right? Sometime it happened that he does not accept the good ideas of another member also, and just because of this, what happened, there may be a chances of conflict which among between the कर्ता and another family member, which break down the family unit of family business also. Next, say limited managerial skills. Now limited managerial skills basically saying that because कर्ता is the one who is the eldest member of the family, so it is not possible that as he is taking all the decision, so it is not possible from him that he is expert in each and every field. So it may be possible that because of this limited managerial skill of कर्ता, that the wrong decision has been taken from him, and the family business can suffer the bigger losses also. So this is the another disadvantage here, that because कर्ता cannot be an expert into all area of management, so maybe the business suffer a losses here because of his inability to decide effectively into different areas. Now children, this was all about the joint Hindu family business, and one thing you need to clear in your mind, that if you talk about today world, the joint Hindu family business is on the declining because of the diminishing number of joint Hindu families in the country. दिस इज द लास्ट कंक्लूजन ऑफ दिस, कि अभी अगर हम बात करते हैं, आज की बात करते हैं रिकॉर्ड की, तो जो ज्वाइंट हिंदू फैमिली बिजनेस है दैट इज डिक्लाइन, एंड द रीजन बिहाइंड दिस इज दैट द ज्वाइंट हिंदू फैमिली हैज बीन डिक्लाइन. अभी जो आपकी ज्वाइंट हिंदू फैमिली का जो रिजल्ट निकलेगा, जो रिपोर्ट निकलती है, रिकॉर्ड निकलती है, इवन दैट इज डिमिनिशिंग फ्रॉम अ लॉन्ग पीरियड बैक टाइम, राइट? सो दिस इज द सेकेंड फॉर्म ऑफ बिजनेस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, that is joint Hindu family business. In the next, we will be talking about the partnership form of business organization, that is the third form of business organization.